Come closer, my child, sit with me in the quiet. Let the noise of the world fall away for a moment, and just be still with me. You've been carrying so much weariness, regrets, questions you've dared not voice aloud. But here, with me, you don't have to hide. You don't have to pretend to be stronger than you feel. You've stumbled, I know. You've fallen into old patterns. Repeated mistakes you promised yourself you'd never make again. The voice of shame has grown louder than my truth. You've wondered if I'm disappointed, if I've turned my face away. But hear me now. I have not left you. I have not given up on you. I never will. My grace is not dependent on your performance. It's not revoked because of your failures. My grace is an endless river, always flowing, always available, always enough. And it's here now, in this very moment, reaching for you. Let go of the burden of trying to earn your way back. You never had to. The cross already made the way. You don't have to beg me for another chance. I've already extended it. You don't need to prove your worth to be welcomed into my presence. You're already mine. You may feel broken, but I see possibility. You may feel ashamed, but I see redemption. You may feel lost, but I've never lost sight of you. My grace is not fragile. It doesn't shatter under the weight of your humanity. It is fierce, it is holy, it is yours. And now, child, it's time to receive that grace. Time to take my hand and start again, not from the place of failure, but from the place of forgiveness. Not with fear, but with trust. Not trying to be perfect, but simply willing to walk with me. Let me whisper this to your heart. I'm not just giving you a second chance, I'm giving you a new beginning. This time, you're not starting over alone. I will walk every step with you. I'll steady your trembling hands, silence your anxious thoughts, and fill every hollow space with my presence. You don't have to have it all figured out. You only need to take the next step, and I will guide it. You see, grace is not a moment. It's a movement, a divine rhythm of falling and rising, of letting go and leaning in. And every beat of it is covered by my love. You are not disqualified by what you've done. You're invited because of who I am. I don't see you through the lens of your worst day. I see you through the lens of the cross. Yes, child, there will be people who won't understand this grace. There will be voices that say you're not worthy, that it's too late, that you should have known better. But I say, you are still mine. My mercy outruns their judgment. My love outweighs their opinion. And in the middle of this sacred restart, I want you to pause and reflect. This message, this whisper from my heart, let it move beyond you. If this has touched your soul, I invite you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Not for the numbers, not for attention, but so others can hear my voice too. You never know who might be one whisper away from hope. Now take a breath. Let my grace breathe with you. The past does not have the final word. I do, and my word over you is, beloved, redeemed, new. You're not back at the beginning, you're standing at a threshold. What lies ahead is not punishment, but promise, not despair, but destiny. Will you trust me? I won't rush you, I won't pressure you. I'll walk with you at the pace of peace. So take my hand, and begin again, not because you must, but because you can. This is grace. And grace means it's never too late to start again. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this: a garden after the storm. The earth is soaked, broken branches lie scattered, but the roots are stronger. The air is heavy with renewal. This is your soul. This is where grace begins, not in the absence of struggle, but in the aftermath of surrender. You've weathered a storm. Maybe not everyone saw it. Maybe it raged in silence. But I did. I saw every wave crash over your heart. Every prayer whispered into darkness. Every tear wiped away in secret. And I didn't just watch. I wept with you. I stood beside you. I covered you when you didn't even know you were protected. You thought it would break you. But I've used it to make you. Now, new things will grow from what was torn apart. And you don't have to force them. You only need to stay rooted in me. Let my word water your heart. Let my peace be the sunlight that warms you. Let my voice be the wind that sings truth over you. You are not a lost cause. You are not a repeat offender in the eyes of heaven. You are a work of art, still unfolding, a masterpiece in progress, not by your effort, but by my hand. Stop replaying what you can't change. Stop rehearsing your guilt like a script. The curtain has already lifted on your next act, and I am the author of it. So rise, slowly if you must, trembling if you must, but rise. The road ahead may not be easy, but it will be sacred, because I will be on it with you. In every valley and every mountaintop, in every silence and every song. You're not just starting again. You're walking into something new, something holy. And I'll be right here, whispering all the way. Sometimes, the silence after forgiveness can feel louder than the pain before it. You wait, expecting a crash of thunder, a voice from the clouds, a divine announcement that all is made right again. But instead, there's stillness, a quiet too deep for words. Don't mistake that silence for absence. It's me. I am not distant, I am dwelling. When you feel nothing, I am doing the deepest healing. When you hear nothing, I am writing the next sentence of your story. When it seems like your prayers echo back unanswered, I am storing every syllable like treasure. Your voice matters to me. Even your sighs are sacred. You wonder, have I changed? The answer is yes. You may not see it yet, but your heart has shifted. The weight is no longer yours to carry. My spirit has taken root in you again, in the fertile ground of surrender. And soon, you will see the fruit of that surrender in ways that surprise even you. Do not rush the process. Healing is not a sprint. Redemption is not a straight line. Grace is not a transaction, it's a transformation. And it is unfolding now. Slowly, perfectly, eternally. You ask me for another chance. I gave you more than that. I gave you my heart. You asked me to stay. I never left. You asked me to forgive. I already had. So now, breathe again, dream again, dare to believe that your life can still reflect beauty, holiness, and joy, not because you forced it, but because I planted it. And what I plant, I promise to water. What I water, I promise to grow. You don't need to strive for a miracle. You already are one. This grace, it's not a theory, it's your reality. Walk in it. Begin again with me. You see, my child, every time you thought, I can't go on, you did, and I was the strength behind every step. Every time you felt invisible, I saw you. Every time you doubted your worth, I whispered, you are mine. Every time you questioned your purpose, I was still writing it. This is not the end. You have not missed your moment. The delay wasn't denial, it was preparation. The wilderness wasn't punishment, it was positioning. The silence wasn't rejection, it was sacred space for deeper roots. You ask me, why now? And I answer gently, because now you're ready. Ready to release what I never asked you to carry. Ready to believe that I am still the God who makes all things new. Ready to trade shame for mercy, doubt for faith, fear for peace. You don't have to drag yesterday into tomorrow. Let it go. I've already redeemed it. And as you begin again, don't measure your progress with the world's ruler. The greatest victories often look like quiet obedience, not applause. The deepest transformation often begins in hidden places, not public platforms. You are not behind. You are exactly where I can meet you fully. So here we are, you and I, no distance, no shame, no delay, just grace, just love, just me, right here. And you're forgiven, you're covered, you're invited forward. So walk, not in your own strength, but in mine, not toward perfection, but toward my heart. Grace is not the end of your story, it's the doorway to your destiny. And child, your destiny still sings with promise. I'm not finished with you, not even close. There are moments when you will look at your hands and still see the stain of the past. Even though I've already washed them clean. That's okay. Healing takes time. Forgiveness takes root in layers. But don't confuse memory with identity. You are not what you did. You are who I declare you to be. And I call you chosen. The enemy will try to remind you of the dirt so you forget the redemption. He will shout your failures, hoping you'll drown out my still, small voice. But I whisper louder in love than he can ever scream in accusation. You were never expected to be perfect. only willing to come back, to reach again, to receive again. That is all I ask. This journey you're on is not about becoming someone else. It's about uncovering who I've created you to be from the beginning, before the pain, before the detours, before the masks. I'm restoring what life tried to erase. Don't be afraid of the quiet days. Don't run from the slow seasons. That's where roots grow deepest. That's where the soil of grace holds you the strongest. You may not see the fruit yet, but trust the process. When you fall again, and you might, don't run from me. Run to me. My grace isn't exhausted. It doesn't expire. It doesn't get tired of lifting you. There's no cap on my mercy. There's no limit to my love. Even in your weakest moments, I am still choosing you. And I will keep choosing you, again and again and again. Because my love is not transactional. It is eternal. You don't need to earn a fresh start. You already have it. This is grace. And grace always says, welcome home. You've wondered if you're too far gone. You've questioned if the cracks in your soul disqualify you from being used by me. But hear me now. It is through those very cracks that my light shines the brightest. Your weakness is not a barrier, it's a vessel. I don't need perfection to perform miracles. I need your yes. The world will tell you to clean yourself up before approaching me. But I say, come as you are. Bring the mess. Bring the chaos. Bring the rawness of your humanity. I am not intimidated by it. I am drawn to it. I sit with the broken. I dine with the doubters. I reach for the outcast. And I run toward the repentant. You are safe here. You are seen. You are deeply, wholly, irrevocably loved. Don't hide your wounds. Let me heal them. Don't silence your fears. Let me speak to them. Don't mask your doubts. Let me meet them with truth. Your story is not too messy for redemption. In fact, it's the perfect canvas. Because where there's been much pain, there will be greater purpose. Where there's been much loss, there will be abundant restoration. Where there's been silence, I will sing over you again. And where there's been failure, I will write victory, not in spite of it, but through it. So rise, beloved, rise with your scars and your story, with your shaky faith and your open hands. That's all I need. That's where I begin. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are free. And the journey ahead, it is not a path of shame. It is a walk of grace. Step forward, 1 foot at a time. I am with you, child. I see how hard you've tried. How you've walked through fire and still clung to hope. Even when your hands were trembling. I've watched you give kindness even when your heart was breaking. I've seen you choose faith when doubt screamed louder. None of it has gone unnoticed. Every silent surrender, every tear that never touched the ground, I caught 'em all. You may think you're behind, like you've missed too much, lost too much, wasted too much time, but time in my hands is never lost. I redeem what feels ruined. I restore what feels wasted. I resurrect what feels dead. You are right on time in my timeline. This moment, this sacred intersection of grace and surrender, is not an accident. I orchestrated it, to remind you, my mercy doesn't run out. My compassion doesn't fade. My purpose for you hasn't changed. The world may define you by what you've done. I define you by what I've done for you. When I said, it is finished, I meant that nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my love. Not your past, not your fear, not your hesitation. Let that truth settle deep into your bones. You don't need to earn the right to stand here again. You already belong. You're not disqualified. You're being requalified by grace. You are not starting from scratch. You're starting from strength, the strength of my spirit within you. So stand tall, not in pride, but in promise. Walk forward, not in pressure, but in peace. Live freely, not to prove something, but to reflect someone. This is your fresh start, not because you've earned it, but because I love you enough to give it. And I always will. Listen closely, beloved. I am not holding your past against you. I'm holding your future before you. Your story is not a list of mistakes, it's a canvas of mercy. Your life is not a chain of failures, it's a testimony in the making. What the enemy meant to use for your downfall, I will use for your deliverance. Yes, There will be days when it still hurts. Days when you question if you're worthy of the second chance I've given. On those days, come to me. Don't run from my presence, run into it. I am your refuge. I am your reminder. I am the one who called you by name when the world only called you by shame. You are not your sin. You are my child. You are not your regret. You are my redeemed. You are not your weakness. You are my beloved. Breathe that in. Let it soften the places that have grown hard from disappointment. Let it warm the places that have gone cold from rejection. You are more than your past. You are more than your pain. You are more than your fear. You are mine. I don't just forgive, I restore. I don't just redeem, I rebuild. I don't just rescue, I remain. So lean on me. Let me carry what you cannot. Let me speak when you don't have the words. Let me guide you when you cannot see. My presence isn't a reward for getting it right. It's the gift I give even when you don't. And my grace isn't temporary. It's eternal. It's unwavering. It's yours. Today, begin again. Begin fully. Begin freely. Begin with me. Let me speak this over you. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to pretend that you're okay. You don't have to wear the mask of perfection. I see past it anyway. I see the real you, the one who's tired, the one who's afraid, the one who's still hoping for healing. And I love that you are not less because you struggle. You are not a disappointment because you feel weak. My strength is made perfect in weakness, not in your pretending. Come as you are, that's all I've ever asked. When you come to me weary, I give you rest. When you come to me ashamed, I give you covering. When you come to me empty, I fill you. That's who I am. I'm not waiting for a better version of you. I want you now. The you who's still figuring it out. The you who's taken wrong turns. The you who has regrets. Yes, even that version is welcome at my table. You don't have to earn your seat here. Grace already paid for it. And in this holy space, where your heart meets my presence, transformation happens. Not because you forced it, but because you let go. You let go of the weight. You let go of the guilt. You let go of the timeline you thought life should follow. And you picked up peace instead. My peace isn't circumstantial. It isn't fragile. It doesn't come and go. It remains, just like my love. So let today be the day you stop striving to be enough and start receiving that I am enough for you. You're not behind. You're just beginning again, with me. If you only knew how proud I am of your small steps. The ones no one else sees. The ones that feel too little, too late, but to me, they are sacred, because they come from a heart that still believes, even if only a little. You think faith must be loud, but sometimes, it's the quietest whisper that moves the mountain. You think healing must be immediate, but often, it's the slow unfolding that brings the deepest transformation. You think starting over means weakness, but in my kingdom, surrender is strength. So keep showing up. Keep opening your heart, even if it feels fragile. Keep praying, even if your words are few. Keep listening, even if all you hear is silence, because I am in the silence too. I'm working in the background. I'm shaping what you cannot see. I'm preparing things beyond what you've imagined. And in due time, you will look back and see that none of it was wasted. Not one moment, not one tear, not one prayer. You'll see that grace didn't just carry you, it carried you forward. You'll see that my love didn't just comfort you, it changed you. You'll see that the valley you dreaded became the place you met me face to face. You're not who you used to be. You're becoming who you were always meant to be. So take this next breath as an act of faith. Take this next step as an act of worship. Take this next chapter as a divine invitation. The page is blank, but my pen is ready. Let's write redemption together. From this moment on, walk not with shame, but with me. I am not done, and neither are you. There is a beauty I am weaving into your life that you cannot yet see. It's not just in what is being restored, but in who you are becoming through the restoration. You are more patient now, more compassionate, more aware of my nearness. These are treasures time cannot steal. You once saw your brokenness as the end, but I see it as the beginning of a masterpiece. Let me remind you, I don't discard what is cracked, I breathe into it. I don't walk away from what is bruised, I cradle it. I don't abandon what is weary, I strengthen it. So let the world say what it will. Let the past echo its lies. But let my voice be the one that guides you home. You are forgiven. You are redeemed. You are mine. Let this truth be the anthem of your heart, that even in the waiting, you are held. Even in the silence, you are heard. Even in the unknown, you are led. The miracle isn't just in the breakthrough you're praying for. It's in the way you've kept loving, kept hoping, kept believing in the face of uncertainty. That is faith. That is holy. That is me, alive in you. So press on, not to prove something, but to follow someone. Walk forward, not to earn love, but because you're already loved. And if the road still feels long, take heart, I walk every step beside you. I am not simply watching from above. I am with you, in the details, in the delays, in the decision to trust again. And I promise, what I have spoken over you, I will bring to completion. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are in the middle of grace. Let me tell you something the world will never say. Your value was never based on your performance. Your worth has never been in question. You were loved before you did anything right, and you are still loved. Even after everything that's gone wrong. That's the power of my grace. It doesn't just meet you at your best. It meets you at your lowest. It meets you when you have nothing left to offer. It meets you in the wreckage. And it doesn't walk away. I don't flinch at your flaws. I don't recoil at your regrets. I don't shame you into silence. I draw near, and I stay, even when you pull away, even when you doubt again, even when you think, maybe this time I've gone too far. You haven't. I still choose you. I still delight in you. I still have plans for you. This is not a second chance. This is a new beginning, not built on your strength, but mine, not fueled by your striving, but by my spirit, not grounded in your goodness, but in my unwavering love. So breathe easy, child, the pressure is off. You don't have to fix yourself before you come to me. Just come. Come with your pain, your shame, your confusion, your hopes. I can handle all of it, and I will hold all of it. Because you are not just seen, you are safe. You are not just forgiven, you are free. Let today be the day you stop punishing yourself for what I've already pardoned. You're not just invited back, you're welcomed home. Let grace lead the way. You've looked in the mirror and questioned whether you still have a purpose. You've stared at the ceiling in the dark, asking if I still care. Let me answer that clearly, yes. 1,000 times yes. I care more than you can comprehend. I was there when you felt unseen. I was holding you when no one else noticed your tears. I was whispering comfort while you were silently falling apart. My presence didn't leave you when your prayers felt unanswered. It was wrapped around you, even when you couldn't feel it. Sometimes, silence is not absence. It's intimacy. Like the stillness between two people who know each other deeply. No words, just nearness. You may not always hear me, but I am always speaking, through peace, through people, through my word, through the stirrings of your soul. I'm teaching you how to trust me beyond the noise. This is the kind of trust that grows roots, that steadies you, that carries you through storms not because they're easy, but because you know you're not alone. I know you want clarity. I know you crave certainty. But sometimes, what you need most is confidence, not in the outcome, but in me. And I haven't failed you. You're not stuck, you're being shaped. You're not forgotten, you're being formed. You're not lost, you're being led. So keep walking, keep hoping, keep leaning into the truth that even in your questions, you are known. Even in your doubts, you are loved. And even now, yes, even now, I am working all things together for your good. Because I am not just the God who begins things. I am the God who finishes them too. You've been holding your breath, waiting for the next confirmation that you're still on the right path. But I need you to know, you don't need another sign. You already have me. You don't need the applause, the validation, or the clarity the world demands. You need my presence, and you have it, right here, right now. I am not a distant deity. I am a near and present Father. I walk with you in the waiting. I sit with you in the silence. I surround you when you feel most alone. I am not looking at your timeline, I am focused on your transformation. You want the breakthrough, but I want your heart. And when I have your heart, the breakthrough will come, often in ways you didn't expect, through doors you didn't see, and at moments you would never have chosen. But when it comes, it will be perfect, because it will be mine. So let go of the pressure to make it all happen on your own. Let go of the narrative that says you're falling behind. Let go of the lie that says it's too late. You are right on time in my grace. There is no expiration date on my mercy, no deadline on your destiny, and no distance that my love cannot reach. So inhale grace, exhale fear. Lift your head, not in pride, but in peace, because you are not walking into uncertainty, you are walking with me. And I never lead you where my grace won't keep you. You're not starting over, you're starting forward. And I will be faithful in every step. Let's end this moment with stillness, just you and me. Not as a closing, but as a beginning. You've carried burdens long enough. You've held on to guilt that grace already paid for. You've questioned your belonging in places I've already called you to. But now, release it. Breathe in my truth. You are chosen. You are cherished. You are clean. Breathe out the lies. That you've messed up too much. That you've missed your chance. That you've lost my love. None of that is true. What's true is that I see you, and I call you mine. What's true is that my arms are open wide, not just to welcome you, but to steady you. What's true is that my grace is not just for the beginning of your journey. It's for every single step, every stumble, every start again. You are not the exception to my mercy. You are the reason I came. And I came not to shame you, but to save you, not to judge you, but to justify you, not to condemn you, but to call you home. So come home, child, not just to a place, but to a person, to me. Come with your wounds, come with your worship, come with your weariness. I'll take it all, and give you rest in return. I'll take your fear, and fill you with peace. I'll take your ashes, and give you beauty. This is the grace I give freely. This is the love that never ends. This is the start of everything new. And I'll walk with you, every step, every breath, every day. Welcome back, beloved. Welcome home.